Profession by Isaac Asimov, page 27, near the bottom. It was slow, and he resented it. Why should someone have to explain something and explain it again? Why should he have to read and reread a passage, then stare at a mathematical relationship and not understand it at once? That wasn't how the other people had to be. Over and over again, he gave up. Once he refused to attend classes for a week. But always he returned. The official in charge who assigned reading conducted the television demonstrations and even explained difficult passages and concepts, never commented on the matter. George was finally given a regular task in the gardens and took his turn in the various kitchen and cleaning details. This was represented to him as being an advance, but he wasn't fooled. The place might have been far more mechanized than it was, but they deliberately made work for the young men in order to give them the illusion of worth, of usefulness. George wasn't fooled. They were even paid small sums of money out of which they could buy certain specified luxuries, of which they could put aside for a problematical use in a problematical old age. George kept his money in an open jar, which he kept on a closet shelf. He had no idea how much he had accumulated, nor did he care. He made no real friends, though he made no real friends, though he reached the stage where a civil good day was in order. He even stopped brooding, or almost stopped, on the miscarriage of justice that had placed him there. He would go weeks without dreaming of Antonelli, of his gross nose and wattled neck, of the leer with which he could push George into boiling quicksand and hold him under, till he woke screaming, with Omani bending over him in concern. Omani said to him on a snowy day in February, "It's amazing how you're adjusting." But that was February, the 13th to be exact, his 19th birthday. March came, then April, and with the approach of May, he realized he hadn't adjusted at all. The previous May had passed unregarded while George was still in his bed, drooping and ambitionless. This May was different. All over Earth, George knew Olympics would be taking place and the young men would be competing, matching their skills against one another in the fight for a place on a new world. There would be the holiday atmosphere, the excitement, the news reports, the self-contained recruiting agents from the worlds beyond space, the glory of victory or the consolations of defeat. How much of fiction dealt with these motifs? How much of his own boyhood excitement lay in following the events of the Olympics from year to year? How many of his own plans? George Platon could not conceal the longing in his voice. It was too much to suppress. He said, "Tomorrow's the 1st of May. Olympics." And that led to his first quarrel with Omani and to Omani's bitter enunciation of the exact name of the institution in which George found himself. Omani gazed fixedly at George and said distinctly, "A house for the feeble-minded."